coming next weekend.
Bye, Clint.
Bye, Cleanse. And you don't want to miss it.
And still gooey inside.
Because it's going to be a blast.
That's what's inside of there, people.
With amazing food and craft brew.
So now we got our pork belly.
Yeah, we do.
A food festival made just for you.
Love going into Love Hole. 3, 2, 1.
Whoa.
And come hang out with me because I'm the MC.
Then we're okay. All right.
Mommy in New York starts right now.
Walking around and feeling fine. Sun is shining in my face. Crossing the street, cars are passing by. Thinking how I love this place. Can you feel the wind in your hair? I look out for you, I'll be there.
If you're looking for great food and a rockin' good time, then we have found the Wine and Food Festival for you.
Starting June 3rd through the 6th, Westchester's best chefs and tastemakers will be firing it up for you with a series of events from exclusive, one-of-a-kind dinners to the grand tasting village to the beer and burger blast, with me as your MC. One event you don't want to miss is being held right here at the restaurant on the 42nd floor of the Ritz-Carlton in White Plains. 42, with its stunning views. Our very own David Dabari, who took home Westchester Magazine's Best Chef of 2015, Best Meatballs of 2015, Best Bechamel Lasagna 2015, and Best Italian Restaurant 2015 for his spot, The Cookery in Dobbs Ferry.
Is it milky? Is it wet? Is it soft?
He will be cooking alongside the county's best chefs for a one-night-only event, including 42 chef Anthony Goncalves. In the kitchen is where we found Chef Anthony and his culinary gadgetry. This is where liquid nitrogen crystallizes cupcakes and where whipped cream canisters go rogue.
What is that?
Potato.
It's not potato, it's whipped cream.
It's potato. It's
Why is
whipped.
potato in a
Because it
whipped
should
cream?
be whipped.
And what's that?
This is crab.
We'll put it down on the plate.
It's like a Portuguese fisherman's stew that my grandfather did with crab and chorizo and potato. So this is my version.
Interpretation.
Yeah, and it sort of tastes the same to me.
All right.
Enjoy.
Fisherman stew. 3, 2, 1.
We're okay? You like me? You're gonna come back and visit? That's all that matters, Tony. We got you here once, we'll get you here twice. Then we're okay.
That is off the
All
hook.
right.
There was an octopus with an olive and salsa verde sauce plated with smashed potatoes, truffle oil, and of course, edible petals. And a duck and barley dish with broccolini, black olives, pomegranates, and apriums. And naturally, Chef finished me off with the caviar tasting with trout roe, Bulgarian osetra, and the roe of sustainable white sturgeon served with little potato bellinis, pickled onions, and fried capers. But that was not all.
So traditional Bellini, and then pastry chef made some grapefruit meringues to have your caviar as a modern take of something to eat caviar with, yeah?
My job is so hard. Don't you agree? This is not easy work.
No, it isn't.
No, it's not
It really
easy work.
isn't, though.
Glennie, is this easy work?
No.
No.
This can't be easy.
Don't be fooled by how fun and effortless this all seems, people, right? Tell the people, Glennie.
It's hard.
It's hard. All right. All right. I blacked out for a second. Sorry.
Another tastemaker participating in the Big To Do at 42 is Chef Eric Gabrinowitz of North, a James Beard Rising Star Chef nominee. He spent nearly a decade working for Danny Meyer at both Tabla and Union Square Cafe, but he came north to get up close and personal with the farm-to-table movement.
We kind of have our own farm-ish. What we do is we have a great relationship with a farmer. Her name is Mimi Edelman. She's procured the land, and we have an RSA relationship. If you're familiar with CSA, Community Supported Agriculture, you pay in at the beginning of the season, and you get a bounty every week. With Mimi, we do the same thing, only on a larger scale.
The first dish centers around a sustainable salmon from Bristol Bay, Alaska.
We make a sweet and sour broth. And we braise in some Rhode Island squid. Sometimes we get it from Montauk, sometimes we get it from Rhode Island.
That looks delicious.
Yeah, tapioca and fennel and like hot and sour soup. Little love.
There it goes. Down on the plate.
Fennel in the broth. This chopped up stem is in the broth, and then we use the greens for beautiful garnish.
This is so delicious.
Thank you, thank you.
Next is sustainably fished swordfish from Montauk. First, the carrot juice grilled lemon sauce went down, then the black garlic puree. Then he sauteed the rye berries.
Rye berries are kind of like farro, but they have a little bit more bite to them.
A little more pow.
Yeah, a little bit more bite, a little more texture, and delicious.
All right, so it's going down on the plate, chef.
Going down on the plate. See you, make nice. The black garlic.
You don't rub that over my body?
Next up, a flatbread that has remained on the menu for the past 5 years because it is that popular with the people.
We make our own ricotta, we whip it with olive oil, and then we whip it with shavings of black and white truffles from the black and white truffle season.
What did you do?
Oh, yeah. And then we put a little bit of greens on it. Right now we're using this locally foraged lamb's quarter. We've got beautifully cultivated mushrooms also from Pine Plains, New York, in that area, which we just fried up a little bit in a little bit of olive oil and butter.
I concur with the people.
The people.
With the people.
People know what they want.
Yeah, they do, and they want that.
We do.
They want that. I want more. What else?
We have egg. Do you like eggs?
I love it.
I love eggs.
I love it.
Shall we?
Let's do it.
First down, puree of carrot with wild foraged morelli mushrooms and peas.
This beautiful egg.
That's an egg?
That is an egg.
What did you do with that egg?
We poached it, chilled it, and then breaded it. We use gluten-free cornbread that we make in the house, hazelnuts, and a local cheese called Sprout Creek Tucson.
Still gooey inside. How'd you deep fry and still keep it gooey? Look at the... Oh, yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about right there. How'd you do that?
It's very simple. We call that technique. No.
Eat for love, love going into love hole. 3, 2, 1.
Whoa.
I'm dying. You've killed me. You've actually killed the host.
It's delicious.
Coming up, the best burgers on the planet. Peter Kelly's The Undisputed Champ. We're plumping it up with almond croissant bread pudding, and Dabari is making a beef heart and pork fat burger at Captain Lawrence's favorite farm. Now, the coolest event at the festival has to be the Beer and Burger Blast, and not just because I'm hosting it. It's held at the Kensico Dam, and it's like a major block party. You get a little token, you try all the burgers, and you vote for the one you like the best. And if history repeats itself, the winner will be the undefeated champ, our pal, Peter Kelly. Is it really any surprise that Westchester's biggest chef, the James Beard award-winning Peter Kelly of Xavier's Restaurant Group, has won the title since the blast began? Not only a killer cook, but the nicest guy on the planet. Never mind he was expecting 350 people at X2O in under an hour, but still made time for our little show.
So this is aged cowboy ribeye
Aged cowboy ribeye.
and short rib blended, and then we cut in a dice of Hudson Valley foie gras.
Of course you do.
Into the mix.
Because you're Peter Kelly.
All those great juices coming out of that foie gras and seared beef are going to be on these buns.
Then he built the burger. First the tomato and mustard compote, then the burger and a dollop of house-made mayo and ketchup.
Dripping juices already.
Dripping,
There you go.
dripping juices.
Let's see what we got.
Okay, ready?
You ready?
3, 2, 1.
One.
I know why you won. Year 1.
You're one. You're going to find out why I won year 2.
I know I am.
So this is a brioche bun that's dusted with togarashi and toasted sesame seeds.
For those playing at home, what's togarashi?
Togarashi is what's called Japanese 7-spice. Got a little bit of heat to it. Has a little orange peel in it.
So what was like the aha moment of like, oh, let's do a tuna roll as a burger?
I thought you got a little crispiness from the tempura. You got a little raw, rare tuna, a little avocado, a little spicy mayo.
In 3, 2, 1.
All right. It's all in there.
They didn't stand a chance.
This year is going to top them all.
No way. How you gonna do that?
I want to show you.
All right.
This is pork belly.
Pork belly. Okay, I happen to be emceeing the Beer Burger Blast
I
this
can't
year,
wait.
right?
Now it's going to be a
Now
party.
it's gonna be a party, but tell the people what it's like who haven't been.
You know, the Burger and Beer Blast is the best thing of this whole week of fashion and wine and booze and beer, because everybody's in a party mood.
Right.
And everybody brings their best work. I mean, truly, there are some great burgers there. And, I mean, great food to eat. There's good music. There's awesome beer, and there's wine too. So
Nice.
it's a fun night. And Kensico Dam is just beautiful.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
really beautiful.
I hear it's just like a mega block party.
That's kind of what it is. So now we got our pork belly.
Yeah, we do.
But this year I'm using a potato roll.
You just hear
It's not all potato. It's like mixed, so it's really light, and it's going to work with this dish very well. So this dish is sort of a take on the classic Asian steamed buns.
nice. That.
This is fresh cherry hoisin. You want to try it? Trust me, it's worth trying.
I'm gonna lick Peter Kelly's finger.
There you go.
I'm gonna do it.
Do it, all right. I'm going to
Mm.
try a little myself from the other fryer.
That's good. That's delicious. That's
Little-
what's in that. That is
Little
super delicious.
hoisin on the bottom. The cherry hoisin.
Come on. Nobody's, no, you just tell me.
Can't just tell you.
You'd have to kill me.
I would.
Oh, Peter Kelly and your pork belly.
Ready? There we go. So,
Whoa.
pork belly.
Oh,
Pork belly.
that's
Now,
absurd. Go.
pickled cucumber.
What was that?
This is scallion.
Oh, the waiting, it's like agony. In 3, 2, 1.
You got a chance? Did you?
What a home run, baby. What a home run. Total winner. It's the winner of the Beer and Burger Blast 2015.
Don't say that.
I'm just
Don't
saying,
jinx it.
I'm just saying.
Coming up, the grand tasting where the county's best restaurants come together to feed you. Then I'm chowing down on gluten-free spinach pappardelle, almond croissant bread pudding, and hash brown waffles. Plus, Devari's making me a burger with a whole lot of heart. Literally.
With over 2,500 family-owned farms in the Hudson Valley, farm to table is truly a lifestyle. And at the Westchester Wine and Food Festival's Grand Tasting Village, you're going to get to meet one restaurateur who's taking that concept to the next level.
Meet Leslie Lampert, the visionary behind Mount Kisco's Cafe of Love, a restaurant I stumbled upon one day with my kids. I was so impressed by the food and the flavors that when I found out they were part of the Westchester Wine and Food Festival, I knocked down her door and elbowed my way into her kitchen.
So this is our organic Amish hand-roasted chicken. It has a hash brown waffle, so it's a hash brown that we press in the waffle maker, and some snap peas and carrots.
Hash brown waffle?
A hash brown waffle. It's awesome. It's a hash brown / potato kugel in a waffle press.
Next up, Leslie's bouillabaisse, made lovingly with Sauvignon Blanc, local hake, shrimp, prawns, and mussels with a saffron aioli.
What's that?
So that is our Sugar Hill Farm shell steak, sourced locally up in Dutchess County, and we have our Pinot Noir pan sauce. We have fresh haricot vert. We have smashed heirloom fingerling potatoes, and we do a tarragon sour cream. We cut it with a little yogurt, so it kind of counteracts the hunk of beef. And of course, bacon. Everything's better with bacon.
Then I got down with her gluten-free spinach pappardelle.
I'm going to take you to the farm because you're going to see
Where you get all this yummy goodness?
where all our babies come from. It's a basil walnut pesto.
Basil walnut.
It toasted almonds. It has, and then a melange of spring vegetables.
That's what I'm talking about, people.
Then she whipped out dessert. There was a chocolate chip waffle with honey yogurt and a raspberry chocolate drizzle, but I instead went for this.
Almond croissant bread pudding.
Been on the menu since day one.
Almond croissant bread pudding. Those are words, and they don't fight fair. They don't fight fair.
And it's swimming in a little pool of creme anglaise.
Of course it is. Swimming in a pool of creme anglaise. You want to get a tight shot of me cutting this? Yeah. Oh, there it is, mamacita. Whoop, whoop. Cue the porn music, people. This alone, forget anything about all that amazing stuff. This alone, worth the road trip, people. Cafe of Love in the house.
Then Leslie took me, as promised, to the farm where she sources many of her ingredients, about a mile down the road from her restaurant and takeout spot, Ladle of Love. And when we rolled up, I was breathless. What was once a kitchen garden, Amba Farms has grown into a truly magical place, and the proprietor, Liz Taggart, beholds a wealth of knowledge when it comes to growing some of the best produce out there. Organic is important, but when you eat food grown on Liz's farm, it's like taking a multivitamin.
99.5% of farmers never study or evaluate what the trace minerals are in their soil, nor do they add the amendments necessary for it.
In fact, over the past decades, even organic produce has lost 30 to 50% of its nutritional value because we aren't feeding our soil properly.
We harvest in the morning what she serves that day. And because we're like a mile or two away, the consumer gets the best of both worlds. And that's really how you want to eat your food.
Yeah, you do.
Now at Amba, you can find truly unique offerings like Kaleette, which is a cross between kale and Brussels sprouts, and wasabi arugula, a cross between horseradish and arugula.
This is unbelievable.
So this gives new meaning to soil to palate.
Yeah, not farm to table, soil to palate. That's the new expression, people. Learn it, live it.
Coming up, beef heart and pork fat burgers with farm fresh fried eggs. Good or gross? Stick around and find out. Now, it wouldn't be the Westchester Wine and Food Festival without Captain Lawrence. In fact, the brewery provides its used grains to Hemlock Hill Farm, where they use it to feed the cows.
And since this one's emceeing the beer and burger blast, I thought I'd make her a burger with a lot of heart.
Let's do it, Tabari.
Go.
Located in Cortland Manor, New York, Hemlock Hill Farm is one of the oldest family-owned working farms in Westchester County. The DeMaria family has worked this land since 1939, dedicated to providing the community with all-natural, wholesome farm-raised products for over 70 years. They believe it is important for people to know where their food comes from and what it takes to produce healthy, natural foods, and they take great pride in raising all of their animals hormone and antibiotic free. And today, Tabari was in heaven as we hit the farm store to gather goods with third-generation farmer Laura DeMaria.
That's beef heart.
Okay.
Means we're cooking with a lot of love today. With a lot of love.
Okay, I can't wait. You need to tell me now. What are you going to make? You can hurry, Laura.
Laura has pork fat and lots of it.
Yes, she does.
So we're gonna add a little pork fat into our ground beef heart and make that burger. And then of course you need an accompaniment. And we have these beautiful potatoes from the farm. We're actually gonna take these potatoes and we're going to hay smoke them. We use some of these bushels of hay on the farm, get them in a smoker, put the potatoes over that hay, smoke them so they get a nice smoky flavor, and then mix them with these beautiful vinegary, acidic vegetables that they've pickled here from the farm.
Are we going to go to the garden now?
We should go to the garden.
We should go to the garden.
Here we have some chives, oregano, mint, rosemary, sage. So go ahead and pick your flavor.
I think we're gonna go with the chives because they're so pretty.
David cut some fresh mesclun, and we're off to the wood-burning grill. First step, he butchered the heart, removing all the arteries and connective tissue.
Do you learn these things at culinary school, how to butcher a heart?
No, actually, I did this myself. I taught myself. We did not do this at culinary school.
He cut it up and into the grinder it went. We got busy making 8-ounce patties with a little salt and pepper. Enter pork fat, stage left.
I don't know about you, but I don't like my burgers grilled. I like them sitting and frying in their own fat on a flat top or in a pan. That's how they should be done. Okay, so since the heart doesn't have a lot of fat, we're actually gonna add some pork fat and sear them in the pork fat.
Of course we are.
Of course we are.
He tossed the mesclun with salt and pepper, threw that on the grill, then mixed it with lemon juice and set it aside. The potatoes were boiled in a pot right on the grill. He then picked some hay and put that in the grill top smoker with the potatoes for 15 minutes. When they were done, he mixed them with the Hemlock Hill pickled green beans and carrots, adding chives and their flowers, olive oil, lemon, and some of the pickling liquid. Then it was time to build that burger. Buns sopped up the leftover burger and pork drippings, then toasted. And once Tabari fried the farm fresh eggs, the mesclun went down. The eggs went down. The grated white cheddar farm cheese went down. And it was time to get down.
Da! Cut those up. That's what's inside of there, people. In 3, 2, 1. You're ridiculous. This is so delicious.
Put a lot of love into this one.
And I got a heart on.
I got a heart on.
Taste your heart. Yum.
Feeding Laura.
Lord.
3, 2, 1. That's a TV bite, my friend, right there. What do you think? Good? Dabari?
Yum.
Apparently nobody here is scared of germs. Least of all me.
Pickled.
I'm a mother, please. I live with 2 petri dishes. All right, if you want David to come cook for you, chef, tell them what they got to do.
All you have to do is post a picture of your refrigerator or farm online. Tag me, tag Tony, and we might just show up at your doorstep.
That's a deal. Thank you, chef.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
And if you want to try this amazing heart burger for yourself, Dabari will be featuring it on the menu at the Cookery in Dobbs Ferry through next Saturday. Now, before we go, we've got to let you know we have Westchester Magazine, especially publisher Ralph Martinelli, to thank for putting on this completely awesome festival. So for all the info on the festival and the show, just hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. And while you're there, let us know where you want us to take the show. We take your tips and safety very seriously, so always remember to buckle up and assign a designated driver as you traverse the tri-state.
And feeling